All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for LFA 207. We're going to the main card in the Flyweight division. Cheyanne Bowers coming in at 5-2, taking on Elizabeth Rodrigues coming in at 3-3. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first round started. Both worked off their boxing in the first minute, landing some jabs. Bowers landed a high kick in the final seconds of the first minute. And then from there, Bowers started to land some combinations, couple 2, 3 strike combinations. And then towards, the end of the second minute, she used her striking to get in close. And then she got a nice double leg takedown. As soon as she got Rodrigues down, Bowers, she trapped the legs, kind of like Khabib style, and then worked her way up to full mount, which is very smooth. Now, Rodrigues tried to roll to her side, which got her out of, immediate trouble in the mount. But then Bowers started to land some punches from up top. Bowers then moved to side control and then back to full mount, which got her in a better position. From there, Bowers just started dropping some bombs on top. She grabbed Rodrigues' arm, which was up and available. She dropped to the side for the armbar. Now, Rodrigues tried to hold on. She had her left hand gripping the right. Bowers was on the left arm. And she was just, gripping her hands with her fingers. And she tried to hold on, tried to resist it, but Bowers was able to break the grip and stretch the arm out for the tap. So your winner, Cheyanne Bowers, via submission due to armbar, 4 minutes, 41 seconds of the first round. So quick little fight there. Didn't get to see a whole lot out of either fighter, but honestly, that wasn't the point of the fight. It was, well, I'll get to that in a second. This fight was pretty one-sided, as I expected. It was a tune-up fight for Cheyanne Bowers. She was coming off a loss, and this fight is in her hometown. I guess it's her hometown, but she trains out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So this was a tune-up fight for Bowers to get back to her winning ways after coming off a loss. Her last fight, she fought Shannon Clark to unify the LFA Flyweight title. Clark was the full title holder. Bowers was the interim holder. And Clark came out ahead via split decision. So this was, like a tune-up fight, a comeback fight for Bowers. And that's honestly what it ended up looking like. Now, Bowers showed some improvement in her striking in that first minute before she got the takedown. Personally, I would have liked to see some more of that. She was throwing strikes, but there was no power behind them. So I don't know. Maybe she's got to learn because she has to learn to sit down on the shots. But I don't know if she was really trying to go for power shots either. It seemed like she was just wanting to work them a little bit, and then as soon as she got comfortable, just went straight in for the takedown and got it, which is nice. But if you're going to work that hard to improve on something, why not work it out a little bit, if you're spending all that time working on something in camp, you kind of want to use it in a fight. At least that's usually how that works out. So after a close loss in the title unification fight, what is next for Cheyanne Bowers? That's a good question. She is an LFA mainstay. All of, 7, 8 of her pro bouts now. All 8 of her pro bouts have come in LFA, going back to September of 2023. So she's been fighting for less than 2 years. Now, I've seen a couple people on Twitter say they'd like to see her on Dana White's Contender Series personally, and this is nothing against her personally, but I'm going to pass on that. I don't think she's well-rounded enough to really do well in the UFC, and at flyweight, if you're not working on your striking a lot more, and she has to go a long way, because that division is full of top-tier strikers who are going to be able to fight off grapplers. So even if she gets called up to DWCS, I don't want to see her. I don't think she's ready for the UFC yet. Keyword being yet. And also, like, she is coming off that loss to Clark. It was a very close fight. But you gotta remember, Clark just got absolutely annihilated in the Contender Series last year. Like, I mean, she lost in, how fast was that? Shannon Clark lost that in 1:13. Got absolutely obliterated in the striking. So you don't take someone who just lost to that girl and then put her in the Contender Series either. Particularly in a year when I'm hearing that there are going to be less ladies fights on the Contender Series than usual. So yeah, it's nothing against Cheyanne Bowers, just not yet. Like, keep racking up some wins in LFA and rack up some more wins against fighters who have a record above 500. Because right now she only has one win against a fighter with a winning record. So rack up some more wins, get that experience, step up a little bit in competition, and then we'll revisit in like a year or so. But I do see some promise in her. So yeah, there's nothing personal against her. Just I do see some promise in her. Just I don't think she's ready for UFC yet, or to even fight for a chance for the UFC. But she is a fun grappler, and she's a finisher. I mean, all but one of her wins, so out of 6 wins, 5 are by submission. So she is fun to watch. Definitely keep an eye on her. The fight is available on UFC Fight Pass, so go check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to WMMA Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.